Good afternoon. We're off to a little bit of a late start according to the schedule, or an early start depending on how my wife wants me to run things. I probably shouldn't let her watch this episode. We probably will anyway. I think she's the only person that watches my YouTube uploads. If you're watching on YouTube, hi. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Anyway, we are on my second to last week of streaming until I have to take a break until at least August. We shall see how things go. I might be able to do some streaming during my son's summer vacation, but I don't know. Anyway, today we are starting Myst 4 Revelation. Another game in the franchise that I have played exactly once, and I haven't touched it in 24 years, 22 years. So, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I'm going to throw over to a blank screen and then launch the game. And oops, something's not working. Hold on. Oh, that's right. All right. Now, make sure my levels are good here. 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 That should not exist. Why? Why does that have a desktop audio capture turned on, and how do I get rid of it? I forgot I was supposed to set up a whole new thing for this game, because reasons. We got the game cap with the backgrounds, so give me one more moment here. Game cap, overlay, game cap, slideshow, overlay. All right, there we go. Okay. again. I have a slideshow here that is backgrounds from every game in the franchise. And we're going to go ahead and get the game started, and the game cap should pop up in the middle of the screen. Ooh, nope. I accidentally skipped the thing I wanted to share. I want to watch that intro video and it doesn't repeat. It just nope. I'm trying to position the window without. We'll just let it play for a minute and then.
I've harbored a secret. People talk about my sons and the evil things they did. Yet still I remain strangely mute. I do not discuss my own actions that day, or the rage I felt when I burned the 2 linking books that had snared them. Some people believe my sons died in those fires, but the truth is, they did not. You're the only one I can confide in, my friend. So I'm asking you to come to Tomorrow. There are things I must tell you about my sons.
Aegis is a bad dad. Let's get the book here where I want it. Oh, and I need to adjust this game cap because I don't want to be yelling over it.
It's really, really cool if you're not afraid of tight spaces. Dad and me aren't, but sometimes Mom has to close her eyes when I'm driving. I think she's not home right now, because I never could have picked you up by myself if she were. Hey, is that a new image recorder you've got? How cool! And you know, I know the perfect spot to use it. Hang on. Isn't Tamana pretty from here? I remember some of the other times you visited us. You've always liked stopping here. It's one of my favorite spots, too. Go ahead. Take a picture. Just make sure your thumb's not in the shot. Dad always ruins his images that way. Did you get it? I think you should keep it in your journal. That way you can take it out and look at it whenever you miss us. I'll tell Dad you're here. Come on.
She's grown so big. She was just an infant in the last game. Let's... a lot of changes to the UI in this game. Fake drawers. We don't want Atris to know we've been snooping.
Hello, my friend. So you made it in one piece, so Isha's driving wasn't too erratic, I hope.
It's not really driving when it's on a rail.
You're probably wondering why I asked you. The truth is, I need your help. As you know, my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, were trapped 20 years ago after they destroyed many of the ages I'd written. At the time, Catherine and I decided to leave them imprisoned because we'd hoped it might reform them. And now Catherine believes our sons should be released. But I need an objective opinion. I must find out if either Cirrus or Achenar deserve to be freed, and you're the only one we can trust. You remember my old crystal viewer? I've made some changes to it, and I haven't yet calibrated its sound component. It'll actually be quicker if we do this together, and I can show you the two prison ages before we link to them. So if you step to the panel behind you, we can begin. Okay, I'm going to transmit a waveform that's being generated by the first prison age. It will appear as a yellow line in your right-hand monitor. Here it comes. In order to hear Haven, we must manipulate the blue line until it exactly matches that waveform. The blue line is the result of two combined signals, which we'll manipulate separately using the 3 dials, amplitude, frequency, and phase. But first, we have to select a signal to manipulate, so move the slider left or right. Now turn the leftmost dial to adjust the signal's amplitude, or volume. The left dial seems well adjusted. Now turn the dial on the far right to adjust the signal's phase. No, not the frequency. Try the dial on the right. Try moving the slider to select a different signal. Turn the amplitude dial. The volume sounds okay. Try turning the center dial to adjust the signal's frequency. The frequency needs to be faster. More frequency. Got it. Hang on a second. I'll lock in the adjustments and send you the waveform for Spire, the second prison age. Here it comes. Try adjusting the amplitude. The amplitude seems fine. Try adjusting the phase. No, that's the frequency dial. Try moving the slider. Adjust the leftmost dial. The left dial seems well adjusted. Try adjusting the frequency. Try slowing down the frequency. Less frequency. More frequency. Slower. Frequency's pretty close now. More to the right. Try selecting a different signal. No. The phase was set correctly. Reposition the phase. Try moving it right. Try moving the slider. Turn the amplitude dial. The amplitude is wrong. That's too much, my friend. Try selecting a different signal. Now, adjust the center dial. No, you've gone too far. Try moving the slider. Try the frequency. That's the center dial. Faster. The frequency's not right. Increase the frequency. Oh, no, too much.
This one is difficult to lock in. Slightly out of phase. Oop.
Oh, go on. This shouldn't take long.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Here's the sound frequency for Spire. The amplitude is wrong. The amplitude needs to be louder.
Yeah, I know.
Adjust the leftmost dial. The amplitude seems fine. Try adjusting the frequency. The speed is pretty good. Try the dial on the right. Try moving the slider to select a different signal. Turn the amplitude dial. The volume sounds okay. Try the frequency. That's the center dial. The center dial seems well adjusted. A little more right. Keep moving it to the left. Try moving the slider. Now adjust the center dial. Try selecting a different signal. Try the frequency. That's the center dial. That's too much, my friend.
Alright, let's go to the far extremes and see what waveform we get. And then we'll try dialing it back. Thank you. Welcome back to the stream. I do remember this being the most frustrating part of the game. Let's reset Atris's talking points. Nope.
Come on, my friend, it's not that difficult.
Or maybe it is.
Oh, what a mess. The image modulator short-circuited, wires are completely fused. Well, the viewer itself seems okay. So maybe if I link to rhyme. All right. Slight change in plans, my friend. Explosion must have shut down the main power supply and damaged the viewer's external image modulator. There's another one on rhyme, so I'm gonna link there and retrieve it. Oh, I'll have to stop at the cleft for some tools first. Why don't you get full power restored while I'm gone? Go to the water wheel control room. Close both emergency release gates, then come back here and use the crystal viewer to contact me. The crystal combination to see rhyme is in my journal. Oh, you'll have to turn on the roof antenna before the viewer will work. Keep an eye on Yisha, will you? I'll be back.
Yeah, world's greatest dad right there. Alright. Broke the crystal viewer. Alright. Let's take a look out the window here. Beautiful Tomana. Tomana, New Mexico, Earth. Sometime around the 19th century. want locked hand. So I think that's the door control. Yeah. Pretty birdie. That was a long distance to travel for one click. This was my favorite thing the first time I played this. Just playing around with the water.
Come here, you gotta see this.
It's a wizard. It's a little wizard.
Don't worry, he'll come back. It's his favorite sleeping spot. My necklace showed it to me. Got it 2 weeks ago on an age called Serenia. Shows me all kinds of stuff. You think that's strange that my necklace shows me things? Dad does. He says a lot of things I've seen on Serenia aren't real. My brothers believe me, though.
See, that concerned me the first time. And it concerns me still. An impressionable young lady should not be interacting with the likes of Cirrus and Akinar. Can I not? Nope. Okay. Oh, right. They changed how zip mode works. It's basically hot points. Alright. So that's apparently the breaker. Such a complicated looking system. Touch. Move along, little lizard. Let's take a look inside. that's got to be a painful memory. Alright, before we play around with the fireplace, just for giggles. Well. No playing around with the bookshelf. Oh well. Maybe they were already on. Oh wait, there's no power. Of course. Okay, so I can't go down this way. Maybe I missed something in my rush to see what Yisha wanted to show me. So I ran right past here, which is where she is now. Little rascal. She's so big.
Let me guess. Dad blew the power again, didn't he? He does that a lot. Mom made him install an extra power box in here just in case. Oh no! His box is supposed to make sure certain things always work in the house. There aren't enough rows lit up correctly. Only a green light on top of a failed row means something's getting power. I wonder if we can move them. Better not. Mom doesn't like me messing with electrical stuff. Come on, little guy, let's go see our friends. Hey, I never noticed that before. It's so cool. I think my beetles are making a nest. Oh, wow. I'll have to show this to Dad soon as he gets home. He loves this kind of stuff.
Too much power! Yeah, that's the tram. Okay. Alright, so that's the tram. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oop, one moment. Well, that was a heck of a downer. I've got termites in my... eating my shed. But let's get back to the game, shall we? I think that was the elevator. No, that's the elevator, but... let's look at them here nesting beetles. You know, it feels weird that this one didn't start out with like Atris handing me a book to read. Okay. That door doesn't want to open. Yeah, okay. So that were the elevator. First, let's look for more symbols. This was lefty and righty. That's what we're calling those two. And this doesn't have a symbol on it. Oh, that helps. Oh wait, there's a thing here. It also doesn't have a symbol on it. Catherine, my love, we must be united in this. Can you find it in your heart to listen and to forgive? For I cannot be strong in this alone. Atris. Both the same. That was the goal. Oh no! Oh, now it's nighttime, and Yisha hasn't even come looking for me. And Atris is yet to return. I just noticed there was a ladder there. That's right. It's a Wonkavator. Doesn't just go up and down. Nisha's pendant. Right. Because the old puzzle wasn't easy enough. Okay, this is a weird pattern. 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the pod with the linking hooks. I don't want to go there yet. I want to try to go across the stream. Well, so much for being stealthy. Vibts shijigi kahahaye fpai yay.
A bit more of a curve.
No, I'm only 10, Daddy. I don't think I can make a whole world.
You're not making a world, my desert bird. You're making a link to a world. Come on, I'll show you an easier one.
Cirrus. Akanar. And they're both bumble nuts. It's funny that a 18th century Denis and his Rivenese wife would have their child doing her homework on the kitchen table as well. That's the stove. It's apparently electric. Check in. Mate in 4. Makes me think of Uru. The journeys. Did I take a picture of the... Probably not, I've been slacking.
Look, Mom. Look what Sarah's made me. It's a water spirit, just like I described to him. Isn't it beautiful?
Monday, I got this book. Dad gave it to me. I'm going to write in it every night. Tuesday, in the morning we worked on long division. After dinner I made a puzzle. Mom and me started the fun club and looked at stars. Thursday I didn't do much. Sunday we visited my brother today. He had a gift for me, but Dad made me go home before I could see it. I felt bad. Dad talked to me later and said it was just bones, so I shouldn't be scared. I wasn't, because I didn't think Akinar meant it to be bad. He looked so sad when he left. Monday, it was hot. I spent the whole day in the water. By the water. Saturday, Dad took me to a really neat place today. It's called Serenia, and the people there are so nice. They never forget stuff, because if they do, their memory chamber remembers it for them. I went inside and saw all the memory globes hanging from the ceiling, just like Cirrus said I would. Monday. Mom said it was too soon to go back to Serenia. I've been thinking, though, and I don't know if I want my memories put inside a globe when I'm dead. What if I need them? Thursday, I told both Cirrus and Akinar about the fun club. They want to join. Wednesday, Dad finally said we could go see Anya tomorrow. She takes care of the memory chamber. She's one of its protectors. Only women can be protectors. Men stay in the village and do other hard stuff like fixing roofs. Thursday, I saw the coolest creature on Serenia today. It was made of water, but when it saw me looking, it got shy and fell apart. Dad said it must have been a fish.
Monday. Mom said it's too soon to go back to Serenia.
I just realized I
I've
can
been
never
thinking, though, and I don't know if I want my memories put inside a globe when I'm dead. What if I need them? Thursday. I told both Cirrus and Aknar about the fun club. They want to join. Wednesday. Dad finally said we could go see Anya tomorrow. She takes care of the memory chamber. She's one of its protectors. Only women can be protectors. Men stay in the village and do other hard stuff, like fixing roofs. Thursday. I saw the coolest creature on Serenia today. It was made of water, but when it saw me looking, it got shy and fell apart. Dad said it must have been a fish. Jumping, because he didn't see it. Mom believed me, though. Friday. Anya told me her people put their memories in globes so their families can visit them in the dream world. She said I could visit the dream world too, but I'd have to learn how. Plus, I need a spirit guide. Maybe I can get one next time we visit. Sunday. I got the best gift of all time today, a spirit guide statue. Cirrus carved it for me himself. It looks kind of funny, but it's 'cause he never saw one. He just went with what I told him. He knows exactly what questions to ask, and he listens better than anyone. Friday. Before supper, Dad and me changed the lock on my bookshelf. I said since I'm learning Donnie, I could change the covers and use everyone's name instead. I won't forget. Jumping, because he didn't see it. Who's older than who either? He said it really had to be the really last time, but he was glad. Thursday. We didn't do much, but tomorrow I start learning how to dream on Serenia. I'll probably be too busy to write in this journal for months. Sunday. Anya gave me a special necklace today. It's really good at picking up memories. She says some things are better at holding them than others, and that only the most powerful memories get shown. I touched it as soon as I got home, and it worked. I can't wait to show all my friends.
always, 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 after reading a girl's journal, which you should never do, unless you're investigating her possible disappearance, put it back where you found it, exactly how you found it. Wait. There's one more level down. Oh, that's the book. What the bookshelf is for, I bet. Okay, I need to look at the family tree.
This is only part of our family tree, Isha. If we wanted to, we could trace our lineage all the way back to when our ancestors first arrived in Dani.
That's not the proper picture, but I guess it's enough. Plug in. Okay. Oh wait, there's a... I keep missing the audio cue.
I will not risk having our home broken into again.
But cameras, my love? I'll feel so scrutinized.
I'll only place them in the most likely entry points. You'll forget they're even there. I promise.
Well, nothing there's gonna help me raise the roof. Crystals. That's no very use for a lighter. There we go. I think that gets the radio tower up, and so now the crystal viewer should work. Oh, right. Color and shape. Okay. It's that one. Or that one. Well, let's try this one. See if I can make these out better with a cleaner picture. Oops, that's bullfrogs. Someone's been swimming. I mean, I'd swim in that. I'd stay away from the waterfall. I'd swim in that. Atris's journals.
Patience, my love. We've almost finished the linking chamber. There's just the security seal to install. But we will see our sons again soon, I promise you.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not done here.
I'm always surprised by how good it feels to return home after one of my journeys. In the day, heat shimmers off the cliffs, bathing me in unexpected warmth, and at night, gentle breezes stir the lake, and I often hear Catherine singing to Yisha. The sound of their voices fills me with such joy. I find myself wondering why I ever left. Perhaps I'm more aware of this tonight, having spent so much time alone in Rhyme. The trip was unavoidable. It's been weeks since I viewed Cirrus and Achenor's prison ages, and I needed to be assured of their safety. The crystal viewer did not show much, so I began considering how I might improve it. I'm now fairly certain I can achieve a tighter image if I redesign the mechanism itself. I have yet to tell Catherine of these plans. I do not wish to raise her hopes prematurely. After far too brief a visit with my family, I have returned to Rhyme to conduct preliminary tests. The frigid temperatures in this age are vital for the crystals to function, yet I find it increasingly difficult to work in the cold. Perhaps I can find a way to simulate extreme temperatures inside the viewer itself, so that I can install it in Tomana when ready. Of these plans, I do not wish to raise... Tonight I set aside experimentation for a few hours to watch the lights illuminate Rhyme's sky. Their beauty is not dim since first I saw them. I cannot fully enjoy the show, however, for it put me in mind of Cirrus and Achenor and the months we spent here constructing the towers. Soon, what had been a happy memory for me was mired in regrets. I doubt I will ever know what caused my sons to become so greedy. I only know that when they looked at the ages described in my library, fantastic worlds that one could travel to easily simply by touching a book's linking panel, they saw only dreams of wealth and power. They devised a plan, an evil plan. When my back was turned, they linked to my ages, plundered and destroyed them. I know Cirrus and Achenar must pay a price for these crimes, yet it brings me no joy to picture them stranded on the 2 uninhabited ages I wrote to protect my library from thieves. I only hope that my sons will someday reject their wicked yearnings and find it in their heart to reform. After experimenting with several liquid gases, I have found a pressure variable that should allow the crystal viewer to function in Tomana. Tomorrow I link to Rilishan to enlist help from the Guild of Machinists. Catherine was unusually subdued when I showed her the new blueprints. She trusts that the viewer will work, but wishes we could visit our sons in person. I would like that as well, but until I'm convinced of remorse, I cannot risk their escaping. I was fairly certain the evaporator coils would work, and indeed I was able to achieve a blurry image of Spire within the new viewer's blank book. Unfortunately, a more powerful suppressor is needed to stabilize the image. Guildmaster Andritas suggested that I install several geodes inside the roof of the observatory, and then use an antenna to focus them. This should amplify the clean frequency enough so that the crystal viewer can work. Success. Not only was I able to view both Spire and Haven, but I also saw my laboratory on Rhyme quite clearly. The crystal code for Rhyme was difficult to remember, having not had much reason to use it previously. I must make a full list of codes soon, but for now I will keep Rhymes close at hand. I always knew my sons had great potential, but today I saw something that truly amazed me. Cirrus is harnessing electricity. At least that is what I assume, for the viewer caught a brief glimpse of something I had never before seen in this age. It had to be man-made construction. A burst of interference destabilized the image before I could study the device properly, but its existence offers proof that at least one of my sons is making the most of his confinement, rather than wallowing in despair. The interference effect is curious. It has disrupted my viewing of ages on more than one occasion. Although I first assumed it to be a problem with the geodes, I now believe it to be subsonic in origin. I think the roof antenna is picking up wave fluctuations emitted by one or more ages. If this is true, I might be able to use the fluctuations to hear what is occurring in an age. I shall have to think on this carefully. It has been an exciting 2 weeks. Catherine, Yisha, and I have just returned from Rilishan, where I spent most of my time in conversations with various guild masters. I am now convinced the shape and color of the crystals gives them individual resonance signatures. By combining the resonance of 5 crystals together, I can discover a global pattern of emissions, a sound signature, as it were, that is unique to the age being viewed. Guildmaster Andritas assisted me in drawing up plans for a filtration panel that will enable the antenna to hone in on whatever wave fluctuation I want. I truly will be able to listen in on an age. Tomorrow I begin building the panel. I have decided to use Rhyme as its preset configuration, since that is the age which first enabled me to construct a crystal viewer. The panel is finished. I'm too tired to test it tonight. Catherine tried to hide it, but the sounds we heard coming from Akinar's prison age nearly brought her to tears. Once again, I had to reassure her of his safety. My words eventually convinced her, but I know she longs for more substantive proof. I fear she may take matters into her own hands soon. I must confess, I too long for more information than the viewer is currently providing. Tomorrow I shall link to Rhyme. I have an idea for an attachment, something akin to a moving eye, that will allow me to change points of view while using the crystal viewer. If it works, I may finally be able to see if my sons have reformed.
Spiky guy. It's gotta be that one. Yellow, spire with a clip point. Green, spire with a clip point. Blue, pointy spire.
My friend, are you there? Hope you're getting this. Barely receiving you. Listen, there's a terrible electromagnetic storm here. I can't leave Rhyme until it's over. But I know what you can do. Go to the desk in my bedroom. Below the top drawer, you'll see a symbol. Press on it to open 2 compartments. The commentaries I wrote on Haven and Spire are inside. Oh, and tell Yisha not to forget her homework.
Oh wait, no, I need to go to the other side.
Spire, I've called it, for that's the image I kept in mind as I wrote the book that would link here. A soaring rock and crystal spire rising out of dense clouds, like the watchtower of some gem-studded castle. Now that I'm here and am exploring the age in person, I find it to be exactly as I'd envisioned. Beautiful, yet so very deceptive. From the tower formation upon which I sit, an ocean of clouds spreads out below me. Rough stone steps descend toward them, ending at an empty terrace area. Created over centuries by the erosive power of wind, these steps are so evenly matched that I almost believe they were man-made. Yet, how could they be? For Spire has never had any inhabitants. Steps are not the only example of how the illusion I sought to create in this age holds true. Shortly after linking here, I walked through massive archways of stone, searching for a view beneath the clouds. As I walked, I felt as if the ghosts of a past civilization walked with me. This feeling was only enhanced by the beautiful harmonic sounds heard everywhere I went. I would have liked to determine the source of these sounds, simply for my own edification, but other concerns must take precedence. Having found the flora caverns and assured myself of Spire's ability to support human life, I'm at last ready to leave. I even feel more comfortable with my decision to use this age as a prison world if I must. Yet I am sad to leave it too. There is still so much I could learn about the art simply by spending more time here, comparing the age with my original intentions for it. Unfortunately, once I link away, dropping my Myst book into the clouds as I leave, I know I will never be back. And I truly must go, for I still have another prison age to investigate. Never be discouraged by a mistake, Atris. My grandmother, Anna, always used to say. Strive to learn from it instead, and you will achieve great things. Today on Haven, I saw my grandmother's words become truth. The broken ship merged into the causeway near Haven's coastline is exactly what I'd hoped it would be. A promise of intrigue and adventure, so palatable it made my own heart race with excitement to see it. I thought of how much fun the boys I'd met in Stoneship Age, Emmett, Branch, and Will, would have had playing in it, and almost wish I could bring their children here to do so. But Haven must remain off-limits to all if it's to become the prison world I wrote it to be. My sole foray into the age has proved it to be capable of supporting human life, though of course none exists there at this time. Much of Haven's interior is comprised of a dense tropical rainforest, which is obviously teeming with beasts. I saw several as I explored, though they usually kept their distance. A few of the fruit eaters did stare at me curiously as I made my way under their nests. No doubt, having never encountered a human being before, they did not think to fear me. They might even have summoned the courage to become friends, had I stayed there any longer. Alas, I could not, for the weight of urgency was upon me. Having convinced myself of the need to protect my Myst library should some overly greedy explorer stumble onto it, I felt it necessary to link home very quickly. Taking only a few brief minutes to watch the sun set over Haven's freshwater lake, I swam out to the middle and linked away. By now, the linking book I used will have sunk underwater and have been destroyed. Consequently, there remains but one task to finish before I can sleep. I must write 2 additional linking books tonight. One for Haven and one for Spire, my other prison age. Then place them on display in the library. I shall also have to warn Cirrus and Achenar to stay away from them. And tell Catherine, of course, when all is finished.
All right. Let's go view these ages. And then no, and then that's the wrong one. It's this one. spiky line. Alright, let's go back to rhyme and see what we get.
My friend, are you there? Hope you're getting this. Barely receiving you. Listen, there's a terrible electromagnetic storm here. I can't leave rhyme until it's over. And I know what you can do. Go to the desk in my bedroom. Below the top drawer, you'll see a symbol. Press on it to open 2 compartments. The commentaries I wrote on Haven and Spire are inside.
You've already told me. I've already done it.
Not to forget her homework.
Don't you see, Catherine? The new design means we won't have to go to Rhyme anymore. We'll be able to view our son's ages from right here.
Okay. Okay, so there's the link back to Tamana. That has been written into the age.
Dad told me you never wanted to learn Donnie when you were little. That's why he never taught you.
I guess I didn't back then. I was having too much fun learning other stuff. I was pretty stupid back then.
Here, maybe you should try learning now. With me.
Really? You'll teach me, Donnie?
Why not? Somebody should.
Yeah. Shiny.
Come on. You must have seen it a million times growing up. What was it like? Father was writing. Mother was. Left of him. Who had the boat? I had the boat. Yes, yes, I had the boat. I thought I was the only devious one in our family. But this... Oh, this is classic. No book, Father, no linking. Fuck! Oh! Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
Alright, here's where we are going to call it for today. Very short session when you consider the massive break in the middle. But we'll be back tomorrow. Preferably with some hold music if I have to put you on hold. And definitely with some more progress.